Hello, everyone. All right. I'm going to give you guys a second to hop on in. Looks like we're getting everyone. All right. So as you guys are coming in, happy Halloween week. I am Lynn Lilly, DIY and craft expert, but I am excited to be here today with Tulip. I have grown up using Tulip dimensional fabric paint, Tulip fabric markers, all the products. It's been with me since I was a child. So I'm really excited to teach a class today of last minute Halloween costumes. And we're actually doing 2 more this week. So if you haven't seen them on the schedule yet, you definitely want to check out that we have another class happening on Wednesday and Thursday at the same exact time. So as we get in, I think we're all good. Can I get a thumbs up from my team behind that we are all good? All right, cool. So today we are going to be making party animal costumes. So what I love about these is they're last minute and they work for adults and for kids. So that's the best part about this. You could do a matching family costume, or if your kids need something last minute, or if you're like me and need something last minute that's easy, and a t-shirt I'm expecting. So a t-shirt is what I want to wear on Halloween. So it works out. So what we need for our first one, which is our black cat party animal, you need a black t-shirt. So this can be in toddler, youth, or adult size. So we've got one out here on the table. We're also going to be using the Tulip glow in the dark dimensional fabric paint. So, which I absolutely love. It's super cool and it glows really bright. So if you're going to be outside in the dark, however you're celebrating Halloween, it's really fun for the whole family. So we're going to get started by starting with the base, which is going to be the nose. So for the nose, you can either use a piece of felt or a piece of craft foam. So I just cut out a triangle right here. So this triangle is going to be what we're going to start with. So the nose of our kitty cat is going to be what we start our whole design off of. So I'm just going to use some of my Aleene's Fabric Fusion. And I'm using my fabric glue because I want to be able to wash my shirt afterwards. So we're going to pop that guy on, and that's going to be kind of where we base the rest of our design off of. All right. And so as we're getting started, if you guys have questions, we've got it's marked Ask Me a Question, correct, Rosanna? Rosanna. Okay, so Rosanna will be who you ask your questions to. So you can send a direct question to Rosanna. She'll do her best to either answer you directly in chat, or she'll stop me and we'll call it out. And I'll answer that question as best I can for you. So we also have links if you are looking for any of the products we're using today. We can share those links with you as well, to where you can shop them online at Michael's or in store. All right, so we are going to start with our eyes, which is the fun part of the black cat. So I've got my yellow Tulip glow in the dark fabric paint, and I think, yep, we're on the overhead shot, so you guys should be able to see it. I'll bring it close so you guys can see right there. And so what we're going to do to get started is we're going to do some half moon eyes. So just a little tip. I've got some craft paper down on my table. Have a scrap piece of paper. Always just start your paint off of your shirt to make sure that it's flowing and you're used to how to squeeze the bottle. So we're going to do our eyes first, just like that. And so we're going to make what are like football eyes, right? So we can call them football eyes, and we want to kind of try and space them out somewhat evenly. And then we want to leave the pupil black. So we're going to draw those curved lines right inside of there. And what you'll notice I love about these is how nice and easy it is to draw with them. You can even write with them, which is super cool. And then when we want to fill it in, I'm just going to squeeze a little bit harder. And I want to get a nice thick coating because we want that to really glow in the dark once it dries. So we're going to fill in each eye. And if you did jump on late, no worries. We're on our first costume, which is we're doing a party animal theme today, and that is our black cat. So we are just at the very beginning of getting started. Our second one is going to be a tiger, which is really cool. And we're going to use one of my favorite products on that. And I'm going to show you a trick on how to easily make your own stencils to do it with cardstock. All right, so we've got our cat eyes, and then we want to accentuate our nose because we want our nose to glow in the dark. So we're going to use our pink. So I'm going to get it up close so you guys can see it. And we'll post a link to where you can see these online at Michael's where you can purchase them. But these work really well for not only Halloween, but also year round for any fun crafts. And think about if you get them to make some costumes, you can also use these on pumpkins and do something fun with the family. You could decorate pumpkins with these as well. All right, so let's do, all right, we're gonna do our natural glow in the dark for our whiskers. You guys can see those. And we're gonna come just right out from our nose. We'll do 1, 2, and 3. And if you catch the t-shirt like I just did, you can just go back and fill it right in. We're gonna do 1, 2, and 3. And then we need to make a little mouth. So I'm gonna also do it with my natural. You can choose to do it whatever color you want. All right. And then of course, this is a party cat, right? So our party cat needs a bow tie. So we're gonna use our blue. I'm gonna show you guys the blue. Use our blue. And we're gonna make a little bow tie. And all that we're gonna do with our bow tie is just 2 triangles that meet at what would be the point, right? So that's gonna be our bow tie. You can leave it as is, or you can fill it in, or maybe you want to have some fun with it. You can also do some polka dots on your bow tie. You can create whatever kind of design that you want. And you can get fancy if you want to add eyebrows to your cat, you can, but look at how quick we just created that costume. Now, you'll want to fully let this dry. Dry time will depend based on where you live. So if it's humid, it's going to take a little bit longer to dry if you're in a drier climate. So keep that in mind. You want to let it completely dry. And then, of course, our cat needs some accessories. So if you have a headband, you can also get some headbands at Michael's. You can make your cat ears. So again, just use some of your glue. You can do this with craft foam. You could do this with cardstock. You could also do this with felt as well. So we're going to glue those. We cut a pink and a black. You can vary the colors that you want. And then we want some of our headband to glow in the dark. So we're going to add some of our pink paint to the outside to accentuate it. So we've got our pink. All right. So got our pink, and hope if you can check on that computer for me right there. Thank you. We've got our pink, which is right here. And we're going to outline our ears. And then we're going to let them dry. And I'm going to show you how you can finish off the headband by the one that I am wearing. Okay, so we let these guys dry. Once they're dry, we want to glue them to our headband. Now check out the headband I'm wearing. So I'm going to show you guys this in the camera. So what I did was I put my ears on my headband. I just created a nice little base with another piece of craft foam. And then you can put a party hat on it. So totally up to you if you want to stick with just the ears. But since these are party animals, you may want to put a party hat on it, a pom-pom. You can get as creative as you want. So that is a really, really, really easy one. All right, back up there so I can see what I'm showing you guys. So really easy one. So how cute is that? It goes together. If you guys like it, you can send Rosanna a message, right? Rosanna, are you getting some messages?
Yeah, I am.
Awesome. Okay, so give us a shout. If you just want to send her a message, tell her if you like it. We always love to see your feedback as we're making these. And so that was costume number 1. Now I have a favor. If you guys do make these, I want to see them. So I always check out the stuff after I teach a class. So if you do wear it and you take pictures on Halloween, make sure that you use the hashtag Make It With Michaels and hashtag Tulip Crafts so we can see what you guys made, and I want to see how cool your costumes look. All right, so costume number 1, you can see I am also wearing it. So how fun is that, right? We got the front camera. Maybe let's see if we can get the front camera for a second. Yeah, pin to us. Okay, so how cute does it look on, right? This is a really easy costume for any age. All right, so that was our party cat. And maybe you blow up some balloons and you take some balloons with you to add as a prop. So we're gonna set this one aside and we are gonna work on our party animal number 2, which is the tiger. So this one is really fun for a couple reasons. So what you need to start, our base is going to be an orange t-shirt. Now, how you want to put something in between your orange t-shirt so that just in case what we're using bleeds through. So put a piece of cardboard or cardstock or something in there to protect. And then we're also going to be using our glow in the dark, but we're also going to just be using our orange. So let me show you guys to the front. So we're just going to be using orange. And then we're also going to be using our fabric markers. So these are awesome. If you guys don't have these and you do a lot of t-shirts and crafts, you really should get these Tulip fabric markers. And these are in our fine tip, which makes it really great for writing, which is what we're going to do first. But the other key product that you need is our Tulip Color Shot. So this is a spray fabric paint, which is amazing. And it's going to make our tiger stripes look so cool. So that's the other product we're going to be using. And then I'm going to show you a cool and easy way to create your own template to be able to make those tiger stripes. So you got to keep flashing for that. So we're going to get started with our fabric markers. And Rosanna, you stop me and let me know if anyone has any questions as I'm going through. All right, so we're going to write party animal, simple and easy. So we're going to take our fabric marker and now we can write directly on here. Here's a tip, if for some reason you're someone that is worried about writing, use a pencil first and sketch out what you're going to write. So if you are nervous, use a pencil and that could be your basis. So we're going to write party, and I like the fine tip, right? So it helps you write nice and easy. So we're going to write party, and you can have fun with whatever kind of font you want. And you could change this up. So maybe you put the name of your child or you or whoever to personalize it. That's up to you. So we're just going to have some fun with this font. And I know you guys are watching because you probably don't have your Halloween costumes yet. If you're like me, I make a lot of costumes, but then I can't decide until last minute exactly what I want to wear. And this year I'm going t-shirt. So I will probably be wearing the black cat one that I have on right now because it's the most comfortable. All right, so come up and we're going to have some just fancy fun with this. So it can be however we want. And then we're going to do some block letters for animal. I'm writing first before I do my stripes, just so I know exactly where my letters are going to be and that I can work around that. All right. So if you need a reminder of what we're using, shoot Rosanna. It says ask her a question. If you need a link to the products, she'll send you a link to where you can see to purchase these, either online at Michael's. You can also purchase online, pick up in store, do all those fun things. There's lots of options, especially if you are last minute. All right, so we're going to fill this guy in. I'm going kind of quick. So let me, just like that. Okay, and then I want to have some fun. If you want to do a tiger paw, you can, or you can say let's roar. So I'm going to write let's roar down here, and you can see how easy it is to write with these. You can go kind of fast, let's roar, and then maybe we do a tiger paw. Okay, so now we've got written what we want, and you can spend a little more time if you want to kind of color in any parts or go back over and make it darker, you can, but let's have some fun. So I've got the top down, right? So I can show you guys a close-up of this. So this is, get up close so you guys can see the glare. Tulip Color Shot. I've got black here, but it comes in all different colors. So we're using black because we want to make black tiger stripes, right? So we're going to set that there. Now, what you need is just grab a piece of cardstock, and you're going to need a scissor, and we're going to cut out of the side of our cardstock. So we're going to make what is going to be our tiger stripes. We're going to cut into the side, and this is going to be our template that we're going to use when we are spraying on our fabric paint. And you don't want to make them all the same, right? So we want to kind of vary as we're going and kind of make them different widths and lengths. And you can kind of make the curves a little bit different, leave some space in between. So we're going to cut this one a little bit longer. And then we'll angle these around our words. So you want to cut anywhere from about 3 to 4 stripes right there. Okay. And then, so these are going to be our outer stripes, right? So this is what it looks like once it's cut out. Now we're going to get rid of these other pieces. We don't need these. Maybe you'll want them as scrap for something else, but go ahead and cut a second one. So you have at least 2. So you can start to lay out where you want them. So I'm going to put these here and that there. Now, there might be some overspray. So you want to make sure that you kind of cover the rest of your shirt that is closely around it, right? So I'm just going to put these pieces of cardstock right over it. So just in case you catch any overspray. Now, remember I said I've got craft paper down on my table. You want to make sure that you have something covering your workspace. So, because you are going to get close to the edge of your t-shirt. So put some newspaper, some craft paper, something down. This is not my actual tabletop. So that is my forewarning to you. I told you to cover your surface. So I'm going to put a mask on just because I am pregnant. We had a question. Yes.
Are the products washable?
So yes. So we are using all fabric products. So everything we use. So we've got our glow in the dark dimensional fabric paint. And then we used our fabric markers. All of these are washable. So once they're dry, I recommend turning your garment inside out and washing it with a gentle fabric. And you may want to wash it by itself the first time, but they are washable. So you could wash as if your kids get a stain on it. If you want to wear it again, it is washable. Cool. Any other questions before we move on? All right. So I am going to put on a mask. I am pregnant. So any fumes, I'm just careful, right? So I'm going to put on a mask for when I spray. So we want to shake this before we use it. And you want to make sure, you stop this, you can read the safety instructions on the back, follow the instructions. That's my precaution to you. Just make sure you read before you use it. Work outdoors or in a well-ventilated room as well. All right, so we're going to shake this guy. And then we want to hold it anywhere from about 6 to 8 inches from our fabric. I'm going to go a little bit closer just because I don't want a ton of overspray. So I'm going to hold this down. You may want to put gloves on as well, but I don't mind when my fingers get painted. So test it off to the side. We can see it's working well. We're going to go right across our stripes here. And you'll want to wait, if you want to do multiple coats, you'll want to wait about 5-ish minutes in between each coat. Okay, so you want to let it dry. If you want to do another coat, you can just leave your stencil on there. We're going to come over to this side and we're going to add our stripes. And you can see there's a little bit of overspray, right? So we wanted to make sure that our rest of our costume is covered. Okay, so you can come back if you want them to be a little bit darker, but you get a pretty good first coat. So I'm going to pull these off for a second to kind of show you what it looks like. And then we're going to do a few more. So, ta-da! How cool is that, guys? Right? Nice, crisp tiger stripes. So I think this is so cool because you just made the stencil in like a second using cardstock, right? So now I'm going to come back and I'm going to do some up here. And then I'm going to show you if you want to do one in the center, how to do it in just a second. So we're going to move these back. So this will be another example in case you missed it or you want to see it again. We're going to cover up this area for a second so we don't get any overspray. And then we're going to go right along here. And remember, my table is covered. It is my craft paper. So I'm going to get my sleeves over here. And then again, if we want to do a second coat, we can always come back in about 5 minutes and add another coat. All right, so now let's lift these up and you guys can see the magic. How cool is that? Now you can get crazy with your stripes. You can do a bunch, you can do a little, you can do a lot. It's up to you. Now, if you want to do ones that are in the middle, what you want to do is take another sheet of cardstock and take your scissors and we want to fold it. So we're going to fold it in half like this. And we're going to cut from the center. So kind of have an idea of wherever you want your middle stripes to be, kind of how long they are. So I'm not going to do a huge one. do just a little one. And I'm going to start from the center. So I'm starting from my center fold, and I'm going to cut out that, right? And so then I have what can be a center stripe. And so maybe I want to put that right there, right? So then let me take some of my other paper here, cover that up. We can use the back side of this just to cover up any of our excess spots. And we'll put this one right here. Okay. So then if you want to do your center one, straight across the center, and you have a center stripe. So really easy to do, right? So check it out. Then you got a center stripe. So we can add those around. So if we want to do another one down here, we can. And then we're going to finish off our stripes so that they glow, because it's Halloween, right? And glowing in the dark is way more fun. So I'm going to put this one right here, and we'll do one more stripe. Just like that. Okay. All right. So now you guys see the magic. Check it out. Ta-da! Do you guys like it? Tell us if you like it. We want to hear feedback. So we could have some craziness with it. We could add some more up there if we want, but we're going to finish it off. So I'm going to take this off since I'm done spraying. And I'm going to take some of my orange, right? Because remember I said we're going to use our orange. And I'm going to take off my cap, show it to you guys so you guys can see it. And we're going to start, and I'm going to accent my word party. So I'm going to add a little dots, some little dots right there, like that, and just have some fun so it glows a little bit around the words I wrote. Now you could outline the whole thing if you wanted to really add in some fun. So we're going to do that. And then maybe we have some out here. And then I'm going to take my orange, glow in the dark, and I'm going to go around the edges of all my stripes. So I'm going to outline each one of my tiger stripes, and you can see how quickly this goes. It's super easy. Close out nice and gives you a nice line. If you catch on the t-shirt like I just did, just go back, fill in that little spot right there. And that's going to make our stripes glow in the dark, which will be fun. And they'll kind of light up around the edges of that black. So you kind of get the dual effect. It looks good during the day, which is cool about these Tulip dimensional glow in the dark paints is that they have really good color when you're not in the dark, right? So you kind of get both. All right, I could do this all day long. I absolutely love using dimensional fabric paint. Okay, so you could do all your stripes. You could do just a few. It's up to you. Maybe I do one up here to add to it. And then, of course, you want to accent it, right? So we need a headband, of course, right? Because that adds to it. And for this one, we need a party popper. So I'm going to move this guy up, and I'm going to show you another one in just a second. That's completely done, but you want a headband. So I want to show you parts of this headband. We already went ahead and had it made because it's very similar to the cat one. So we just cut out, you could use cardstock, you could use felt, you could also use the craft foam like we did, and outline it in our orange glow in the dark dimensional fabric paint. So that's one for our headband. And then we took a party popper that I got in the party aisle. Party popper, it's like one of those noise makers that you blow at a party, and just covered it with, you can cover it with black construction paper, or your black foam or felt, whatever you need or whatever you have works. And then just put a little on the edge and wrote with our orange glow in the dark, roar, because that's what our tigers do at a party, right? So it adds the perfect little costume. And then if we can get the front camera, I'm going to show you guys this one too, because this guy is, we can go to the front camera, perfect. All right, so this guy is dry. Now, difference between these two is maybe your kids are doing it and you don't want them to use spray. They can also use fabric markers. So with this one, we colored our stripes using our Tulip fabric markers, using the black marker. So you can do both, which is cool. It does take a little bit longer, right? So you can use either one. If you want to go faster, use your color shot, which is really cool. It gives you a nice deep color. It covers that orange really well. So two different options that you can use, but I don't know about you. I think they're super cute and easy, right? Easy is the name of the game. I'm gonna hand that back to you, Hope. Easy's the name of the game, right? When it comes to Halloween this year. So whatever your plans are, even if you're hanging out with your family at home, it's still fun to dress up. So this was day number 1. We've got 2 more days of really awesome crafts. So, and there are last minute costumes that you can make with the base of a t-shirt, which is really neat. So we have 2 more days, so make sure you tune in on Wednesday and Thursday. I will be back at the same exact time. So we're at 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Central Time, but you do have to sign up ahead of time so you get those notifications. And make sure that you check out the products that I used today. Tulip was kind enough to sponsor this, so really excited that I got to work with them to share this because, like I said, I grew up using Tulip products, so it's a lot of fun to get to share the creativity that they offer, not only adults, but kids as well. So make sure you share your projects if you do use them. Hashtag Make It With Michaels and hashtag Tulip Crafts. So lots of fun stuff. I want to see what you guys are doing for Halloween, and I want to see you back here on Wednesday and Thursday for more ideas. Rosanna, do we have any last minute questions?
No, we're all good.
Awesome. Well, I hope you enjoyed party animal costumes. So remember, I've got my black cat on. And then we did our tiger. So if we get the top down, I can probably show you both before we end. But I think we're switching to, yeah. All right. So we've got our tiger and we've got our cat. So you can see both of them in here. And then I'll take off my headband so you guys can kind of see the full picture of it. So lots of fun. I appreciate you guys being here. I love crafting with you. So be kind, inspire someone. Thanks for tuning in. And I better see you guys back here on Wednesday or Thursday. Have a wonderful night. Bye, guys.